Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Deacon Sharp and John Finnegan clash. Meanwhile, Steffy Forrester Finnegan and Ridge Forrester continue to be puzzled by Carter Walton's unforeseen passion for Hope Logan's fashion line. Steffy and Ridge will continue talking about Carter and Hope. Now, Hope and Carter are still keeping their love a secret. The only person who knows right now is Brooke Logan. Indeed, though Brooke knows that Carter was the person Hope was dressed in lingerie for, she has been sworn to secretiveness. Indeed, though Steffy formerly fired Hope and cancelled HFTF, Ridge is still stuck in the middle. Ridge has to hear about it from Brooke, also hears the other side from Steffy. As Ridge and Steffy bandy the situation, they will both still wonder why Carter is suddenly so passionate about HFTF. Finn and Deacon will end up colliding. This will probably be at Il Giardino. Cleric will passionately and fiercely support Hope. Meanwhile, Finn will feel that he has to stand up to defend Steffy's decision. Finn might indeed tell Deacon that Hope fell on top of him dressed in lingerie at work. Hope might witness this commerce, or she could hear about it laterally. Finn's face-off could have Cleric wanting some clearer answers from Hope, however. Indeed, though Electra fears her once catching up to her, Ivy Forrester has sworn to keep her bastard safe. With Will Spencer in the picture and model Lainey trying to beget trouble, effects look enough complicated for Electra's immediate future. While it seems that Remy is a villain right now, there are formerly two sides to every story. Is Electra as innocent as she appears? Brooke Logan came clean to Ridge Forrester about her earlier discussion with Taylor Hayes. That led to Brooke admitting they talked about the Hope Logan situation and where Taylor's heart was leading her. Ridge made it clear that he was committed to Brooke, who suggested they couldn't let Taylor's condition or anything differently come between them. After some flashbacks involving the fortune keyhole in Italy, Brooke reiterated that they were no way going to be piecemeal and that nothing could keep Ridge down from his Logan. At the Precipice house, Steffy Forrester was surprised when Chandra showed up to continue her work as Taylor's healer. Chandra and Taylor invited Steffy to share in some breathing exercises on the bottom. As Steffy closed her eyes and went on with the contemplation, she wound up recalling joyful family moments when Phoebe Forrester was still alive. Steffy said she saw Thomas Forrester there too on with her parents, so she sounded moved over the recollections. Once Chandra left, Taylor told Steffy that she could see how happy it made her flashing back their beautiful family. Moving forward, Taylor suggested that her heart would be healed with that love rather than broken by the losses. In the Forrester design office, Eric Forrester checked in with Ivy Forrester and hoped Electra Forrester was making musketeers. Ivy suggested that after everything Electra had been through, she was glad over her bastard's chance at a fresh launch. In the salon on Wednesday's B&B occasion, Katie Logan showed up and called out. Electra and Will Spencer pulled down from their close moment, but Katie still picked up on a vibe as she entered. After Katie got updates on Will helping with the photo shoot setup, she noted that Electra and Ivy were each over the internet now. Katie felt that Electra merited to be in the spotlight, but Electra remained uncomfortable as she took off. Once Katie was alone with Will, she jokingly advised him to promise that he would elope. Katie said she wanted a real marriage where Will danced with her and teased Will with all her romantic prognostications. Will confessed that he'd no way met a girl like Electra, but he was a little concerned about her history and the way she talked about wanting a fresh launch. After Will decided it was presumably nothing, he said he was more focused on what came next. Back in the design office, Electra set up Eric with Ivy and gabbled with them. Once Eric headed out, Ivy quizzed Electra about Will since she was obviously falling for him. Electra confessed that she'd no way met anyone like Will before, but she added that anything would be better than what she left before. Despite Electra's new morning, she couldn't help fussing that her history would catch up with her. Electra stressed there could be trouble thanks to the jewelry line advertisement and said Ivy was the only bone. Who knew why she had to come to Los Angeles? Ivy claimed it would stay that way and planned to do everything in her power to cover Electra. While Ivy embraced a teary Electra, a riddle man was shown codifying Electra's name into a hunt machine. Once Remy Price pulled up the press release with the rearmost Elektra news, he could see that she was in Los Angeles. Remy claimed Elektra could run, but she couldn't hide. Elektra's snooper looked relatively minatory as he peered at a giant wall of her prints. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Elektra's history is surely going to collide with her present, so stay tuned. Cleric and Finn's heated discussion about Hope. Each has a different idea of what happened between Hope and Finn. Meanwhile, Ridge and Steffy remain nonplussed over why Carter fiercely advocates for Hope at Forrester Creations. It sounds like a day filled with dramatic action you don't want to miss. Finn thinks he knows exactly what happened that cataclysmal day at the office. He believes that Hope threw herself at him again, deliberately falling on top of him in lingerie. Finn hasn't broke to question the sense of this at all. Doesn't he realize that Hope couldn't have known he'd be at Forrester that day to drop off Steffi's tablet? Couldn't Finn entertain the study that Hope might be trying on lingerie for some other reason? Supposedly, Finn's capability for logical study has been clouded by his large pride and his fear of disturbing Steffy. Cleric knows his son wouldn't make the same mistake with Finn over and over. He also wouldn't take any cuts to Hope's character smoothly. Finn and Deacon were always friendly before, but this could change effects. How far will their disagreement go? Following Hope's blasting, Finn has shown Steffy his concentrated fidelity to her, performing in sizzling passion at home. Steffy and Ridge met with Katie on how to manage the news of the blasting in the press. Steffy stood strong in her decision, while Ridge looked kindly regretful. Cleric and Finn are at odds, colliding over the verity about Hope. Steffy and Ridge are puzzled as they try to understand why Carter is fiercely passionate about keeping Hope and her fashion line at Forrester. There's a veritably good chance that Steffy Forrester might be feeling insanely jealous of the new rival she's got in City, Ivy Forrester. Steffy is principally going to force Ivy out of Forrester Creations while taking Elektra under her sect, while also taking over their new jewelry line on her own. But for a lot of critics, they see this as classic Steffy Forrester jest. She's feeling hovered by Ivy, so the stylish thing for her to do is get relief of her altogether. But at the same time, isn't it time for someone to stop Steffy in her tracks with this awful jest? It goes without saying that numerous B&B suckers and critics clearly have had a lot to say about this plot. Numerous of them have reflected with, Steffy has always been insanely jealous of Ivy. I can only imagine if Ivy and Liam start dating, how Steffy is going to reply. Steffy is out of control. It'll be 100 times worse than her covetousness over Hope and Finn. Another critic wrote, Steph thinks she can have anything she wants, and she no way truly had Liam, he was always Hope's in his heart of hearts. Hence Steffy's eternal abomination of Hope, and now Ivy is her rival for an analogous reason. Ivy likes Liam, Ivy is single, and so is Liam, so Steffy feels hovered. And also there was this comment as well, Steffy is feeling emboldened since she thinks she got down with firing Hope, so she may try to get relief of Ivy, Katie, and ultimately work to get relief of Brooke.